supposedly got the bag, who making his Instagram post, sitting back in the so-called mansion or a loft or whatever he so-called living the high life, man. Well, you gonna fall in the ditch with him. Matter of fact, what? Let's go to Matthew the 8th chapter. Matthew chapter 8, and I want to start at I'm going straight to the point. Matthew 8 and verse 22. But Yahushua said, not Jesus, his name is Yahushua. But Yahushua said unto him, follow me and let the dead bury the dead. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. Seeking him 10 times more. Glorifying him, man. Not because we can't go far enough, man. Being thankful and grateful. And we about to get into it even more. How beautiful this thing is, this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is, man. So now, let's go back to 2nd Ezra chapter 9. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 5. Verse 4, Salakia. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High, Yahushua, spake of these things, Salakia, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. That links in right with Isaiah the 46th chapter and the 10th verse. Declaring the end from the beginning. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. 2/3 of our people don't believe Babylon the Great, aka America, spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt, don't have no damn end. A lot of these other nations, all these heathen nations, they believe that America don't have no end, man. Well, guess what? All you got to do is use so-called carnal. All you got to do is use a carnal saying. What does it say? What is that carnal saying? All good things must come to what? They must come to an end. And when you have built a society off lies, rape, robbery, murder, and bloodshed, what do you think you're going to get in return? All you got to do is read Galatians the 6th chapter and the 7th verse. Be not deceived, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not mine. As a man soweth, that shall he also reap, man. So America is going to reap everything that it put out. The so-called white man is going to reap everything that he put out. The so-called Chinese man, you Africans, who you call Africans, you Arabs, everybody who put their hands on the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American of indigenous and Negroid descent, everybody who put their hands on us, your ass is through. It's time to pay the piper. Verse 6, 2nd Ezra 9 and 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders, and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. Verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved. Because the Christian church, all these the so-called white man's religion tell you all you got to do is be dunked in some damn water and he deem you saved. Now you clean and that you saved. But we read something different right here out the scriptures. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape. Escape what? The judgment. What is that judgment? Thermonuclear missiles coming over here, being shot over here, Shalakin, from all these other nations who have thermonuclear capabilities, man. And shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. See that? Verse 8, shall be preserved from the sad perils. What perils? Everything, all the prophecies that's written in this book. The famine, the great famine that's about to take hold of this place. The storehouses, the full storehouses suddenly being empty. Huh? The teeth of wild beasts. The spirits created for vengeance that's written about in Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter and the 28th verse through the 31st verse, man. The concentration camps, the FEMA camps. Huh? The chip, which is the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. Let's get that. Let's make sure people see that. We know our people need to see that. This is the end game for the so-called white man. Revelations 13, 16, and 17. The RFID microchip, man. See that? RFID microchip, which is going to be what? Which is going to be placed, which is going to be implanted in your hand or on your forehead, man. See that? Let's continue. 2nd Esdras 9 and 8 again. Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So everybody that's going to be saved from these perils, you were sanctified from the beginning. You were chosen from the beginning. Because 2nd Esdras 8 and 3 tell you what? There be many created, but few shall be saved. Huh? There be many created, but few shall be saved. What else? What else do it tell you? What else do the scriptures tell you? Let's go to Philippians real quick. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing. When Baruch, the 4th chapter, 28th verse, tell you what? To seek him 10 times more. We're supposed to be doing what? And a lot of these precepts keep coming out because it's the time period that we in. Philippians, the book of Philippians, chapter 2. The book of Philippians, chapter 2, in verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, those who were sanctified from the beginning, which we just read in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Verse 13, for it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasures, man. So guess what? This was a gift that was given unto you, man. To be doing the things, all these things, man, that you're supposed to be doing, man. See that? Matter of fact, let's go to First Peter. Salaki. Is it 2nd Peter? Let me get that. Let me make sure I got that. Sometimes scriptures bounce around in your head so much. Yes, sir. 2nd Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. This is what you're supposed to be doing, man. Let's start at 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off. 2/3 of our people are blind and lacking these things. Lacking what? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This doctrine, man. See that? And cannot see far off. You can't see what's coming down the pipe. They can't see what's coming down the pipe. But Matthew 13, what's that? Is it Matthew 13 and 16? Or is it 16 and 13? Salakia, blessed that your eyes see. See? Paraphrasing. Let me make sure I got that right when I'm quoting. Matthew 13 and 16, man. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. So you blessed that you can see far off, man. See? Where 2/3 of our people came, man. Like that brother just came up here, man. He think it's a game. He took it light, man. He took it as a light thing, but guess what? If Yahweh Shem Yahushua don't put that spirit on him, guess what he going to do? In the latter days, he going to consider. See that? So now, going back to 2 Peter 1 and 10. 2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall, man. So you ain't gonna be, guess what? You're gonna see that salvation in the end of Edom's world, man. Let's continue, man. Verse 11. For so an interest shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord Adonai Yahweh and Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. That's plain upon tables, man. So that's how you're going to get the entrance into the kingdom, man. See that? You got to be thankful, man, that you got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. And doing the work, whether that means come out here on the highways and hedges as a servant, as a prophet, Or if you a believer, man, studying to show yourself approved, keeping the commandments to the best of your ability. What's keeping the commandments for because we can't keep them all. That means what? Basically, hold on to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Hold fast, like it tell you in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, the 25th verse. Matter of fact, since I quoted it, gotta get it. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the spiritual eye to see, and the spiritual ears to hear. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. See, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Matter of fact, let's go to Psalm 61 and 7. Psalm chapter 61 and verse 7. He shall abide before Yahweh Shem Yahushua forever. Oh, prepare mercy and truth, which may preserve him, man. So guess what? What is this mercy? What is this mercy? What is this mercy? This truth. That's going to preserve you, man. So you need to be holding on to it fast, man. By diligently seeking his face. How do you diligently seeking his face? By staying in, diligently showing diligence to make your call and election sure. By doing what? Seeking them 10 times more. Because you can never go far enough. So now, let's go back to 2 Peter. The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 9 again. Then we'll go back to 2nd Esdras. 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind. 2/3 of our people are blind and cannot see far off. You can't see that the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, is your enemy, man. And these other nations. And that they finna bring their come down with great wrath against you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And have forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Yeah, you basically you don't know this truth. That that Yahweh Shem Yahushua shed his blood for us. Verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall, man. So if you stay amidst in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, if you stay holding fast what we just read in Revelation, all these precepts that we bringing in, guess what? You ain't gonna fall in the time period that we reading about, that we starting off with. You know, all the hell that's coming down the pipe. See that? For so an interest shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, man. See that? And guess what? It's being ministered to you through these epistles, you know, through the men that he set up, you know, and staying involved in these things and staying under that, this truth, this house, this spiritual house, man. Guess what, man? It's going to lead to what? That everlasting kingdom. You know, which once again, all our people are going to receive the kingdom, but the beautiful thing is to do what? To make it in on that first go round. See that? Let's continue now. Now, sorry for going back, but you know, I try to do my best. I'm trying to get my weight up to the best of my ability to become better and edified, man. So the same way Kobe Bryant was shooting them jump shots, the same way LeBron James shooting them jump shots, the same way Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls and all this, you know, you got to put in the work. So I come out and put in the work, and guess what? The Lord is going to do what? Increase. You can read about that in the first Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, man. See that? Because he get an increase. So now, let's go back to 2nd Esdras, because we're going to bring it home. And I, like I say, I got a little bit of the sniffles, but guess what, man? I'm still out here doing the Yahweh Shem Yahushua's work, man. 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case. Who gonna be in pitiful case? The 2/3 who are blind and can't see far off. Like we just read this 2 Peter, the 1st chapter, and the 9th verse, which now have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. So all those who walk past and despise this, who act like I ain't talking about nothing, who feel that I'm somehow getting on your nerves, or I don't want to hear that shit, whatever it is. Matter of fact, let's go to this. Proverbs 13 and 13. Watch this. Let's see what the penalty is for that. Let's start at verse 12. Proverbs. We're going to start at verse 11. Let's start at verse 9. Proverbs 13 and 9. The light of the righteous rejoice. That's what you're supposed to be doing. If you got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're supposed to be rejoicing right now, man. And doing everything to keep that. What did we read in Ecclesiasticus, the 43rd chapter and the 30th verse? Let me get it again, man. I got to get it again. Salaki. I'm starting at 29 again, man. The Lord, Adonai Yahweh, is terrible and very great. And marvelous is his power. We seeing that. We seeing it when we just read Isaiah the 29th chapter and started off. You will be visited by storm, earthquake, thunder, tempest, and the flame of devouring fire, man. See? Loosely paraphrasing. When ye glorify the Adonai Yahweh, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed, and when you exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary, for you can never go far enough, man. You can never go far enough, man. Call this word cold-blooded, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Now we can go back to Proverbs 13 and read that 9 again, baby. That link right up, man. See that? Proverbs 13 and verse 9, man. The light of the righteous rejoiceth. That's how you rejoice. By never going far enough. Glorifying him as much as you can. Exceeding. Abounding. But the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. So everything you seeing right now that seem how you ride past, sometimes you see like, man, you know, people so-called having fun. Well, guess what? They lamp finna be put out. Starting with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Verse 10, only by pride cometh contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom. So, hey, pride is leading into contention, strife, envy, you know, which this world is full of, you know, because the scriptures, once again, are multifaceted. That's the reason that this world, Esau, Edom's world, is in the state that it's in, because it's full of pride. That's why I got so much contention. That's why our people are killing each other, killing their mother, their brothers, you know, their sons, their daughters, these other nations, trying to chase down a piece of paper with their oppressor face on it, man. But with the well-advised is wisdom. Those who seek into this wise counsel, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. See that? Let's continue. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. So these so-called, I gotta say that, you know, because I was just out here chasing, getting so-called wealth by vanity, you know. So these so-called niggas in the streets, the Latinos and Native Americans, you got everything that you think you got under the mattress, whatever you think you got off YouTube, because a lot of our people, you got a lot of these clowns on YouTube who would be nobody because we read in 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, how the world has got wicked with age. Well, that's why you see these goofballs on YouTube, you know, making prank videos and shit. But they so-called, they are exalted. Let's get that real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 6. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. The well-advised, you know, see? So the folly of this world is set in great dignity, man. That's why these clowns out here so-called winning. Because this world has been done what? Has grown weaker through age, man. See that? Matter of fact, Going back to Proverbs 15. Proverbs 15. In verse 21. Folly is a joy to him that is destitute of wisdom. And we ain't talking about the wisdom of this world. We talking about the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this word, this truth. But a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel, verse 22. Purposes are disappointed. So the so-called white man's agenda gonna be disappointed because he ain't got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And none of those who are joined unto him, 2/3 of our people. But in the multitude of counselors, they are established. A man, verse 23, a man have joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good is it? So this word that we speaking in this time, it's hella good, man. It's hella good. Because guess what? We speaking according to this word, man. See that? Verse 24, the way of life is above to the wise, that may depart from hell beneath. So we gonna depart. We already departed from this spiritually, man, in the mind. See that? Let's continue. Verse 25. The Lord Adonai Yahweh will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow, man. And who is the widow? Zion. Jeremiah 6:2 said he compared us to a comely and delicate woman, man. See that? So now, he is our husband. So now, Proverbs 13, verse 11 again. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. So the so-called white man's wealth, 2/3 of who you think y'all got a few dollars, 100,000, 300,000, a million, 650 racks, all that's gonna be diminished, man. But he that gathereth by labor shall increase. So guess what? Seeking ye 10 times more. Diligently making your call and election is sure. See that? Sure, Salakia. Exceedingly glorifying him and never going forward enough. Verse 12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. So if you ain't got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you sick, man. But when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. So the more, that's still going into what we talking about, man. Rejoicing about it, seeking it, hold fast to what you already got, man. Verse 13, whoso, this is the point, whoso despised the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded, man. So that's what we looking for, that reward. We're expecting the reward if we stand down, man. If we stand down and doing this what we supposed to do to the best of our ability. So now, let me see where I'm at. Let's go to this, because we gotta understand this. Yahweh Shem Yahushua don't give a damn, man, woman, and child. Your ass is grass. Yeah, you damn demon. Look, them demons coming out. See them demons, them spirits coming out, man. Yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua don't give a damn if you a male, female, or little children. You know, if you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans ain't taking heed, your ass is in trouble. 2 Chronicles 15 and 13. Verse 13, that whosoever would not seek the Lord Adonai Yahweh power of Israel shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So you're going to be put to death if you despise this word that we just read in Proverbs 13:13, no matter your gender or your age, man. Call all you like y'all about Shem Yahushua, about Shem Kakudash. Now we can go back to second entrance. I'm sorry, man. I'm all over the place, but hey, man, prayerfully it's edifying, and you know, to the sheep, man. Second entrance, chapter 9, and verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Yeah, you received, you were able to come up here and talk to these men. You were able to have this truth come straight. The brother was just right here, man. He received the benefit of hearing the word, man. But guess what? He had to catch a bus. And they that have loathed my law, by guess what? Hey, man, I'll catch up with you later. While they had yet liberty, And when as yet place of repentance was opened unto them, because right now we doing what? Telling you to turn. We telling you to repent, man. Understood not, but despised it. We just read in Proverbs 13:13, those who despise the word gonna be destroyed. So 2 Chronicles 15:13 said, if you don't seek him, man, woman, or child, you're gonna be destroyed. Verse 12, the same must know it after death by pain. So that's what your ass gonna get, death by pain. Verse 13, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished. We ain't gonna give a damn. See? We ain't gonna give a damn what's coming down the pipe for you hard-headed Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We damn sure don't give a damn about these other nations, man. And but inquire how the righteous shall be saved. Whose the world is and for whom the world is created. What world? The world that was created for a few. See how all that tie in, man? Because we started off in 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter, man. See that? Now, since I got that established, where I'm at, let's go to 2nd Esdras. The 8th chapter again. 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter. Matter of fact, I want to get something else in here. I forgot to read down, Salaki, 2nd Esdras 9:14. Then answered I and said, I have said before, this is 2nd Esdras 9:15. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. So guess what? Hey, man, you better rejoice that you got this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you better hold fast to what you got, man. And you better be doing everything that the scriptures, you know, that we going through, that you learning day in and day out by diligently seeking his face, man. See that? Which is dealing what? Which is coming into this truth. You know, staying within the course of the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Now I can go to 2nd Esdras 8. Because the scriptures tell us what? 2nd Esdras 8. And we're going to start at 53. 2nd Esdras 8. We're going to start at 50 and we're going to close out right here. 2nd Esdras 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time that shall dwell in the world. 2/3, and those 2/3 of our people who are what? Who are clinging on to the ways of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time that shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. You followed after Esau, Edom, the damn devil, and Satan, so-called white man. Verse 51, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. That's all encompassing of what everything that we talking about, man. Everything that we have went through already, man. See that? Verse 52, for unto you is paradise open. See, the tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. Verse 53, the root of evil is sealed up from you. And I ain't got to break this shit down because, hey, this is plain upon the table. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is here from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. So you ain't gonna even be thinking shit. We gonna be laughing about this shit. Call Allah Yim La in paradise, man. Call Allah Yim La Yahba Shem Yahweh Shabbat Shem Kakwadash. Sorrows are past, and then the end is show the treasure of immortality, because we're gonna live forever. Salaki. 55. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. He talking to Esdras. You asking too much. Don't even be concerned with that shit. We ain't worried about you. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. How do you despise him? By not taking heed to the word that is given to you by his men out here on the highways ahead. Thou scorn of his law and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness. You ain't give a damn. Verse 58. And it said in their heart that there is no power, yea, and that knowing they must die. You gonna die for that. Now let's drop down to verse 60. But they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. That's where we at. Judgment. Verse 62 is the point. These things have I not showed unto all men, but I unto thee, and a few like thee. Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord Yahweh, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not showed me. So guess what? We're in a beautiful time that a lot of those men back in those times didn't get to see, man. Even though they came back in the reincarnation. This is the thing they wanted to see, man. So you got to hold fast to this thing, man. So with that, man, I want to give all glory and honor to Yahweh. Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Let me get it right. Yahweh. Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Bahashim, Ruakakwadas. DTA. Abab Babal. Hella Hella Su. Kwam Yasharala.